I live in Hicksville most of my life. I have a car, 2 kids, and a wife. I'll probably be here for the rest of my life. I'm living on the island. When summer comes and winter falls, the island ladies go to shopping malls. Take daddy's credit card, charge it all. They're living on an island. Oh, we're living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. I'm just basking in the sun.
Hey, Andy, give me a vodka. Is that your Camaro? It's gorgeous.
You know, I went to high school with Billy Joel.
Wow.
I go to Hamptons on Friday night. I party hard till the sunshine bright. Then I'm sitting in traffic on Sunday night. I'm living on an island. Yeah, living on Long Island. Oh, you know it's so much fun. I'm living on the island. Am I hurting anyone? Ah, let's live.
Hey there, Islanders. If you're going out to the beach, you better get an early start. Traffic is miserable.
Well, I'm coming of age, you know, that page, trying to get down in Levittown, dancing in the dark and...
Up, hello.
Hello,
Here
everybody.
Here we are. Hello, happy late Memorial Day.
Happy Gagootz Day.
Happy Gagootz today.
Gagootz Day, yeah.
Yes, we're going to call this Gagootz Day. Memorable.
It's very memorable.
This is our second season in this studio, and this is our 10th episode.
Episode 10.
Episode
Wow.
10 with the wifey.
With the wifey.
The wifey.
10
So let's get
episodes
right
with
to
you.
it. Let's get right to it, guys. So listen.
All right.
Listen. Since we saw you last, we did absolutely freaking nothing. We did nothing this entire holiday weekend. I watched movies. I stayed home. My back was out.
And Nancy doesn't want to talk about movies anymore.
And I don't want to talk about movies because I'm so sick of hearing everything about movies. Because my son's into the movies and he's into the movies. And I've had enough with the movies. And I've seen enough movies to last me a lifetime. Anyway, on the way here, my husband, we're talking about, next month is Pride Month. And so we're going to have next month, we're going to have the girls on that do the show after us.
See you next Tuesday. Kathy Arnold
Kathy
and
Arnold.
Emily Santos.
We're going to have them on. So we're going to do some stuff with them. And so we're having this discussion in the car on the way here. And, well, go ahead.
Which really, to me, doesn't have anything to do with LGBT community. It's just that there are some people who no longer identify as a human species. There are people who identify as plants.
Yeah. So I said, there's people that identify as plants. Well, you need to, I said, where'd you find this? On Facebook?
Yes, I did.
You have to show me where you found this kind of information that people are identifying as plants. I said, what are they going around saying they're rhododendrons? You know?
I said there's people who think I'm not a human being. And they're asexual.
Yeah.
So
well, that goes with a lot of people. Once you get to be a certain age, you become asexual. But that's besides the point.
All right, wait. I'm gonna look up.
Who freaking is I mean, I know there's the he, the she, the they, the what, the this and that, and fine with all that stuff. But now we have people that identify as plants. Now, come on.
Yes, kin to plants of people who identify. Someone that identifies as a plant in a human body, a plant soul in a human body. And these are like people, you said Shirley MacLaine, because people who believe in reincarnation.
Yeah, but she thinks, she was like in the past, she was a princess. She was in the Egyptian thing. And
she was a pine tree.
But no, she wasn't a plant. She didn't identify as anything, but she was a woman or she was a man, and she was in different centuries and different times. And had nothing to do with plants. Now,
okay, but there are, yes. And then there are.
What he's telling me on the way.
Then there's an actual word called otherkin. And these are people who identify as elves and fairies. And so Tinkerbell is real.
Yeah, so I'm going to identify as Tinkerbell from now on because I've been a fan for years.
And they identify as dragons and werewolves.
So I understand that. I understand the concept with the werewolves, like, it's a mystical character. And
Yeah, but if you can
think
turn it,
vampires
if
are,
you could
I
really turn
have
into
my
a wolf,
doubts
I mean,
about
that would be cool. If anyone watching this show can,
Is a vampire.
if you could, no, not if I don't want a vampire. They're gonna unless got a lot
I
of blood
do know-
here.
I-
I got
I
a
do-
donation
I
for
do
you.
know a vampire that's out there, and I know he watches, and I would love to have you on the show in October.
I'd like a werewolf, somebody who can. Which I have to say that our two guests that are coming on, I think one of them might be a werewolf.
Do you think that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, one of them might be.
Oh,
And,
oh.
and she's smiling back there. She knows who I'm talking about. Anyway, we have two great
We have
guests.
to anyway. So that was our conversation on the way here because we didn't do anything, so we had nothing else to talk about.
I didn't want to talk about this. Nancy wanted to talk
I
about
did
it
because I think it's
I told her.
hilarious. Somebody out there
I told her I read on
is a
Facebook.
rhododendron.
I read on Facebook that some people identify as plants and a rhododendron. I said a rhododendron, a shrubbery.
The shrubbery.
Somebody could be.
So if you think you're a shrubbery or a rhododendron, please go to my Facebook page and I will have you on the show.
We'd love to have you on the
Love
show.
to have you on the show.
I'd love a werewolf. I
rhododendrons.
love wolves. And one of the things, what? You don't like wolves? I do. One of the things that Nancy went to Vegas, and she loved Vegas. I would love to go to one of those areas where they care for wolves and they watch them, like upstate New York. If there's a wolf
There is
sanctuary,
a thing like that.
I would love to hang out a week in a wolf sanctuary. I think that would
is
be
too
cool.
much, but a weekend. There is that. There is
Yeah,
one.
maybe a couple of days. Yeah, there is one.
There is one upstate New York.
I think I'd have to do it in like October, November when it starts getting.
I'll look it up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy, I'll be out in Southold that weekend. You know,
She goes to visit a friend in Southold.
Southold. because
Wonderful people.
Wonderful people out there. I'm
Kathy
going
and
this
Tom.
weekend. I'm never
Yeah.
home. Except this weekend, I was home.
You went home. And,
Anyway,
I did a lot
we
of work.
have two wonderful guests
And who
coming
are they?
on.
Who are these wonderful guests?
Well, Pat Marone, who is a chef, a actor, a stand-up comedian, a hell of a wonderful guy. He has been on. I'm gonna let him tell you everything. All right. And then we have Mezzy, who's been on the show. Pat's been on the show before too, but
Pat's been on the first Gagootz show, the first season, 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
10 years ago, Pat was on. And
wonderful.
we did a lot of fun, had a lot of fun shows. If I had time, I would have put together, if I was a good guy, I would have put together a nice clip.
Well, I think
of all the
Bobby's
shows that-
putting a little clip on later.
Yeah?
We're gonna, yep.
All
And
right.
then Mezzy, who has been on the
Mezzy
show.
D has been on.
Mezzy
This is
Sarah.
going to be her third time.
Yep.
And
Is it?
I love them both. They're both a lot of fun.
Yep.
So-
So we can go ahead, Rose. Do you have anything for Pat? If you do, put it on, Bobby.
He doesn't. Oh, all right. And then, are we going to bring both of them out? We didn't even discuss this.
We don't have to discuss it.
Nancy's now in charge,
I'm
if
in
you
charge.
haven't noticed.
I'm in charge. No,
So-
we're gonna have Pat come on, and then we'll have Mizzy come on.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
want to
we're going to
interview
do it
Pat.
that way.
Yeah, because I can keep you to shut up and let Pat talk because I want to hear everything. I've never interviewed Pat. You have. I have a lot of questions that are unanswered. And I'm
Okay.
friends with his mom on
All right.
Facebook too.
And we're going to bring Pat right after this.
Right after this.
All right, the meatballs are rolled up and they're ready to be fried.
All right, we just put the meatballs in the frying pan and we're frying them off.
And we've got, you put it in this cup.
Yeah,
All
Benny,
right,
we're on
we're
the air,
back. They showed the balls. That was it.
Not my balls.
They
well,
were
they
his
were
balls.
meatballs, but they didn't show the. That's later. That's the after 12 o'clock. We show my balls.
Pat Marone, everybody.
How you doing?
Love you. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's great. I was
that's
on
all
the
I'm allowed
Gagootz
to
show.
say. Yeah.
Well, you can say whatever you want.
No, Nancy's doing all
She'll
the
beat you up at home. Don't worry.
talking.
But this is great. I threw you out of the seat. You're on the show. It's going to be the Nancy, and I'll be the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be Patty Gagootz.
Patty Gagootz, the Patty Gagootz. I love it. I haven't seen you since, oh my God, since LaRocchia did a show in.
Oh, that's the one in Long Beach. No, it wasn't Long. No,
Lyndonhurst.
Valley Stream or something.
Yeah.
It was a gala. Yeah, I saw you there. Yeah,
There
Was
a
that
big gala
pre-COVID?
there.
Pre-COVID, I think it
real-
was
very
yeah,
pre-COVID.
way before COVID. Yeah, and I wasn't even on the show that day. I just went there and I volunteered. I cooked for my. Yeah, I wasn't even on the show.
That's where I met Teddy for the first time.
Yeah.
Teddy
No.
I think that's when Tugboat dressed up
No.
at Babe Ruth that night. He
Yes.
came there because he was doing that Ray Negron, the Bat Boy thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Yeah.
And I made a big donation.
yes, of course.
And yet, LaRocchia hasn't had me on his show yet. You hear that, John?
Well, John LaRocchia is a little absent-minded. You know, he says he's going to have things on. He forgets all the time. So you got to keep
Exactly.
reminding him. Yeah.
No, yeah,
And
he
he travels a
He
lot.
would ask me, you know. To,
Hey, he just forgets. You just got to get. He's a scatterbrain.
I one time
All right.
Yeah.
when he was first starting, I said, "Meet me out in the parking lot, and then we'll go in and I'll show you the studio,
Right.
Paradise Studio." He was already in the studio. I was out in the parking lot for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, and he hasn't left yet.
Yeah.
He has his show here and everything. You know.
Yeah, no, good guy.
I used to host that show too, and then it was a little tough for me in a little way. Not that he has a bad show, but every time he had me hosting with him, he had somebody was losing a breast, somebody had 3 months to live. I mean, I want to have fun when I'm on here. And then he tells you try to be funny with it. How do you have somebody be funny when somebody just lost both their breasts? I mean, what's funny about that, you know? So it was a little depressing at times, but he's a great guy. He does great things with the foundation, and he's
Yeah,
a good
he
buddy
does.
of mine. Yeah, he really is.
He really
Yeah.
is fantastic.
I like breaking his chops. I think that's why he likes having me on the show, because I break his chops.
The show we're talking about is Laughter Saves Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's on
And,
tomorrow night. I think. Yeah,
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
Yep.
night.
Yep.
At 8 p.m., I believe.
So how long have you guys been back? I feel like I'm the host now. I'm in Benny's chair. So how long have you guys been back together on?
Oh, us
This
together?
is my 10th. This is my 10th interview.
Wow.
So since November, I'm gonna say November. Because we had Christy Miller was the first show we did,
Uh-huh.
and then we had Janice for
Janice
for
was sitting,
Hanukkah.
and then
So
Teddy.
it was like a pre-Hanukkah.
The last show I think I did with
You
you.
keep mentioning Teddy. Teddy doesn't come for a
I
while.
love Teddy.
Who, Teddy Who Smith?
Teddy Smith.
is
Yeah.
Oh,
my
he's great.
baby.
He's hilarious.
He's
Oh,
my baby.
he's
Yeah.
hilarious.
He's my baby.
Great comic. But the last show I did with the Gagootz show, we were at Man House, but that's the time we dressed up. We were doing all that improv.
We did an improv
Oh
show.
my God, you
That
had
was-
me dressed like a Mama Luke on the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we were
gotta
a
find
bunch
that.
of ladies. We got to
Oh my God.
and he had great life.
Who was that girl? She was a nice kid. I think she got out of comedy. She was on there with me.
Sarah.
Sarah, yeah. She was nice.
What was her name? Sarah. Now it's Sarah Wild, but it was Sarah. Really cool, very tall.
Yeah, good kid, funny.
Tall,
She
funny,
did
yeah.
comedy. She's not even in the business anymore.
No, she doesn't do. She had a baby. She got
But
married.
she got smart. She got out of the business.
She'll come back when she's in her 60s. That's what everybody seems to be doing lately. All of a sudden, there's like all these old timers are coming back. They have Rich Menavidi. He's like all of a sudden.
No,
he's back.
Minavini's been doing
Yeah,
stand up.
he's been doing it a lot though.
Yeah, he's been doing it a lot.
You know what?
It's
You know why you didn't see?
hiatus
You know,
for a
no. You know
while.
why you didn't see Richie? Because he does a lot of cruise ships.
Yeah.
So he goes on these
Listen.
cruises and stuff. So he's not promoting. It's all he's on cruise ships.
Right.
That's his main thing. He does a lot of cruise ships. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that's
Yeah.
what he was doing. All right, because I know he's.
And then Manny tried to bring back the old East Side comedy, and that was before the pandemic, and they were bringing it back over to the Palmaderinos in Huntington. So they had like a reunion thing with shows. They even brought Bob Nelson out one night.
Oh,
there.
cool.
So, yeah.
Oh, that.
And then the pandemic came, and everything went
Yeah.
with that.
And now it's coming back again.
I actually got a chance to work with Bob last year, Nelson. It was so cool to work with him. It was the first time he did a show in 2 years.
Oh wow.
He destroyed. Just like he never forget. It's like he never left the stage. I had goosebumps. I almost cried watching him up there.
Yeah,
It was really
he's
because he went through
amazing.
all that stuff, what he's going through and stuff with
Yeah.
the cancer and stuff. And he was telling me, so I haven't been up there. So I said, Bob, we won't be able to get you off the stage once you get rolling. And that's what happened. It was so great.
Yeah.
And it's so good. What a good guy.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
I'm
come on the show. Just have to pin him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Not that easy.
Yeah,
You're the
she's in
number
charge.
one promoter out there. We got Nancy's on there with everything. You're promoting. Oh, my
I
God.
promote comedy like nobody's business. I
Yeah, we probably have like 5 people watching right
you better
now,
not do
are
a
you
lot
on
more.
cable too, or you?
now. Yes,
You
we're
didn't
all
graduate
over.
to You're on cable.
There's a little card somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But
So-
Paradise Studio, Paradise Studios Television, we are everywhere. We are on the Roku channel.
nice.
We're on all different
Well,
Tubi,
Bobby's does a terrific
Booby.
job.
We're on
there.
the Booby channel.
We have fans.
Yeah.
In, we have
They have
fans,
a Booby channel.
We have
You want
fans
out?
in
That's what you got
yeah.
Nancy for.
Yeah.
the Booby.
No, but Bobby does a great job. I mean, he's always been. Look how long he's lasting here. He's doing a beautiful studio.
The studio,
Oh, it's fantastic.
it's grown. It's
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
it's
he's
nice.
really done a great job here.
and there were so
Awesome.
many different cool sets. And
Yeah.
there's an open mic here on Friday, which you've been to.
I've been to, yes.
I come to it.
Yeah.
Now you said you had a lot of questions to ask, Pat.
Well, you didn't shut up yet, so I'm letting you go for it. I mean, like,
No,
talk.
come on, talk.
I want to know, how did you get started in being a chef?
Oh, that's a good question. I was about 14, 15 years old working in a restaurant. I started doing dishes. It was a little German restaurant. I was doing dishes there, and I was watching the chef there, and learning as you're going along. And I was the only dishwasher in the place. And I started helping him with lunch and this and that. And then I worked in another restaurant next door, which was the Silver Pheasant. I don't know if you guys remember the Silver Pheasant years ago.
I do remember. Where was it?
It was on 109 and
Yeah.
Straight Path. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
a
remember
good
that.
friend of mine, who became a good friend of mine, he taught me how to cook because I was a dishwasher in there. He taught me how to make pizzas. I did pizzas. I did salads. And I learned cooking by watching the guy, just by watching and learning and doing things. And my friend Joey, who's my friend now, he got into a motorcycle accident, and I was like 20, and I ran the whole kitchen by myself.
Wow.
While he was out with the accident, and he was like impressed that I ran. I watched everything he did, and so I took it from there, and then that's how I became a chef. I kept moving up and watching and doing things. I never went to school for it.
Really?
No. So I've been in this business over 40 years. And then I got out of the restaurant business to get into the assisted living, which is nice. I work with people like you and Nancy. And
I'll be there. Make sure there's a room ready. Get me on that waiting list.
and it's, you have a little bit of a life. I get out. Like I said, I'm here doing a show. I don't have to wait. When you work in a restaurant, we work. I never had weekends as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
You work crazy hours.
Yeah,
And
right.
you put your time in, and then this was like rewarding. And I've been running a Regency for over 20 years. I've been the executive chef, food service director there for over 20 years. So
20 years in the
Yeah.
Regency?
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew you were there a long time,
Yeah, long
and
time,
everything.
Yeah.
And you do shows there and everything. for
I
the
was doing before the
residents?
pandemic. We were doing open mics on Monday. I had some people down, Helene Wood and some other people, Manny and people, whoever wanted to come down and do happy hour, because we have a happy hour every Monday. Now we have one every day. But yeah, we do
Happy
have
hour?
happy. Yeah, they have happy hour every day.
Oh, I'm liking that place.
So and then we just did a show. I had Mark Pryor and Manny volunteered. We did a nice show on April Fools because we do April Fools show. We do comedy
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that's
So they had a
nice.
nice time. Yeah. So it was good. Mark Pryor is a great guy. I do a lot of shows with him, Eddie Faico, and Patty G, and we do a lot of the senior communities.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Cool.
That
So I
is
stay
great.
in my
And you could
wheelhouse.
do like the same community once a week. That wouldn't remember your show.
Yeah, right. Well, these
And-
are people younger than you, so they might remember.
Oh, younger than me.
Yeah, they were-
that ain't funny
Well,
at
now,
all.
how old are they? Are they that?
Well,
They're
the
older
Regency, they're about 85 and over. But the senior communities that we do with Patty G and those guys, they're like the 55 and over communities.
Oh, all
They
right.
got a
So they are
clubhouse.
younger
They have
than
a
us.
clubhouse, and they have
All right.
nice things.
Anyway, us two old folks, we got to cut and bring up our next guest.
Who also has a very close relationship with you as far as where she works.
Oh, does she really?
Yes.
And I never met her.
I never met her. And so you're going to meet her.
Right.
All
so
right.
we'll go to commercial and we'll come back with Mezzy and we'll introduce them.
All right.
Alrighty.
Great. Yeah.
right.
I'm the host.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back.
back.
With
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah. There she is.
With all this hair. I love
Mezzy
it.
D, though, right? It's Mezzy D.
So yeah,
You
so
have-
Mezzy Sarah is my formal name. You've been saying Mezzy Sarah a lot. It's like that's like my formal name. It's my Facebook name. That's how my family, because my family calls me Sarah. So
Okay.
I have to put Sarah so they can find me. So like people like most people don't call me Mezzy, but you can. You're the only person.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she
But
called
Mezzy
they-
D, right?
Mezzy
You,
D.
you
They
prefer.
call you Mezzy because I think of the rigatoni, the Mezzy rigatoni.
Yeah.
Everything
Mezzo-
about food with Gagootz over
Yeah,
here, you know?
The pastas and the goodness.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
Mezzaluna.
Mezzaluna, yeah.
Mezzaluna. That's
Yeah.
half moon pasta.
Mezzogiorno.
And he got
Yeah.
excited about the half moon pasta. I don't even know what that is. I love it.
Alfredo Gagootz is his good friend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alfredo Gagootz. You met Alfredo Gagootz.
Oh, the big good
No, the guy with the mustache.
Oh, I'm crying. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I did. We did a show together.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, him.
Yeah, that guy. You know, he oddly kind of looks like you, so it could be like your brother or something.
He's
but
my cousin, my
Oh,
cousin.
I should have known. I should have known.
Did you ever meet Baby Gagootz, their son? Ryan?
No.
Ryan?
Oh, I keep thinking he's talking about the
The
Gagootz.
actual Gagootz.
Yeah, the actual Gagootz. I'm like, no, okay.
The
we're talking
actual
about that.
one.
Okay.
No.
But I'm happy
Yeah.
to be back, though. I don't think it was 3 times I've been here, though.
This is your third time.
Is it 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
First.
Wow.
She's having so much fun. She
I'm
lost
having so
count.
much fun. Like, look at
You-
me. I have a
Every
look at me.
time you were here, I had a different co-host.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta really start doing. I gotta stop doing drugs, man.
Yeah.
Or do more.
That's good.
You
that's
actually
good.
came 2 shows in a row.
Yeah, so I thought you had the same person. No, you had a guest host that day.
Guest
Okay,
host Don
got it.
Sill.
Yes,
Don
got it.
And
Now,
now-
I'm caught up.
and
here.
then-
And now
Jen.
my wife is my permanent host.
I love
And
it.
And she's lovely.
Thank you.
She's
Let's
the
have
best. She was like literally no matter what, even when she wasn't on the show, she was promoting the show better than anybody else. So it was only natural.
Oh, she promotes everything. Everybody's paid.
Literally, I was like, and honestly, Nancy, I'm gonna give you your flowers really quick because some people just like comment or they'll like. She likes, comments, and shares.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that matters.
That's the most important thing is sharing it. And I
And now
have-
everybody blocks it because they're getting sick of
Yeah.
seeing it.
That is true. That is true. They just let me share and do they block. They don't see, they just let me do the sharing and everything else,
Yeah,
and I don't care if they block me.
I don't think they block you, but I'm saying they see it, so it doesn't.
Well, we're still
No, they
friends.
just unfollow you.
No, they don't. Exactly. They don't follow me. They don't follow me because they know it. I don't care. and
Yeah,
I'm
but
still
there
gonna
are-
promote them
There are
everywhere.
people who love Nancy
Oh,
doing
there's
that.
people that
They're-
listen.
I love
Over
it.
the years, I've known Nancy maybe 10 years. She's been very dedicated to the comedy community. She's always been very good to all
Yeah.
the comedians. Yeah,
I love that. Seriously.
Thank you so much.
Are you a comedian yourself?
No, but I should have been.
Why do you say shoulda?
a-
Like that's something you.
Yeah,
can't-
but she's a great fan of comedy. And the one thing about my wife, we're similar. Like we could be watching someone on TV and say like, not too good, canned laughter.
Yeah.
We're watching somebody and we're like,
I
it's
do
canned.
watch a lot of like HBO.
yeah. Betty's not a
specials and stuff
comedian
like
either,
that.
so they
No.
make a good couple. Of
And I have a little speaker with canned laughter, so
Oh, that's good.
I bring my own laugh track.
Yeah, I
with
like
me.
that. I like that.
You can see that laugh. That laugh was on America's Funniest
Right,
Videos.
right, yeah.
And did you win that?
Well, I could have won, but I told the truth. See, I didn't know you couldn't be staged. Not that I would have lied, but when I sent the video, and I just did that video in a parking lot at the golf, and I had my friend pick up the phone, so I sent it into America's Funniest Home Videos. I actually sent them 5 videos, and they took 4 of them. They used
Yeah,
4
I've
of them on
seen,
TV.
yeah.
They used 4 of them on TV, and so when the guy calls me up, he says, "Oh, Pat, we got to do an interview. He says, the producers love you. Can you call back at this time? So I do a half-hour interview with them. And everything was going good. They wanted to talk about shipping me down to California. And I was going to be eligible for the $10,000 prize. And deep pop. About 10 minutes later, I get a phone call. Pat, got good news and bad news. I said, you might as well give me the bad news first. So he says, the bad news is we can't use your video for the $10,000 prize because it was staged. The good news is the producers love you so much that they want to buy the video from you. So I said, all right, how much is it? So he said, $500. I said, I'll take it. It's made on an iPhone, So, which was great about it because the video, what they did with it was great. So now I don't know what they're doing with this video. They bought the rights to it. And I go to watch it on TV that night. They tell me it's on, and I'm watching. So it's over with. And Bergeron goes back out. He goes, the producer said, we love this guy so much. He goes, not really, but we love that. We want to give him the laugh over and over and again. And all of a sudden, they had my head coming out everywhere with my laugh.
I'm telling you.
I was coming out of the toilet bowl. I was coming out of it was so funny. I didn't expect that. So I got stomach pains watching. I said, oh, my God, it was well worth the $500.
Yeah. Great. No, that was good
fantastic.
exposure. And then I saw one where you called up about your toe.
That was my mother's podiatrist. She worked for a podiatrist. That wasn't staged. So I call her up and I do the video and he falls for it. And at the end, he says to me, he goes, he said a vulgar thing at the end. I know you can't curse on you. So, and
no, we can curse now. Go ahead.
No, he just said at the end, he goes, he found out I started laughing. He goes, oh, you jerk off. And then he hangs up. So when they played that on TV, they cut that part out.
Right. And what did you do? What was
and the other one was the Italian joint. That one was the tow truck. I said, I got a pain in my toe. He works as a podiatrist. He's asking me what kind of insurance you got. I said, well, can you send me a tow truck?
Yeah.
And then I started laughing.
And you do the laugh. Yeah.
But the other one was that Italian joint they put on. I ain't never seen it on TV, but they bought the rights. And even when I post the video, they have the copyrights. They reserve the copyrights to it. So,
well, what's the laugh? I mean, I think we're all waiting, right?
Yeah,
I just
I like that laugh.
I was going.
Can you imagine that laugh and that head coming out of a toilet bowl?
Oh, it's a funny video.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube. It's on my YouTube page.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta check that out. That's
Pat Marone's
You can go patmarone.com and you can get all my social media and stuff on there.
It's also been in movies.
And Mezzi does. You do some videos too, right?
I just started recently doing like commentary videos, and I was just as I'm sitting here, I'm like commenting back to people, and like this last video I did, it was just like a random video. I got like 50 comments on it, so I'm like, people like it. If they like it, I love it. I'm like, all right, this is you all like right. To hear me.
Is that the one with the poster thing?
Yeah, the billboard.
I just spread that around a little while.
I know,
ago.
I love it.
So you get a lot of my hits.
Now you have a question to ask her about why her and Pat.
All right, so the reason that I had them together and everything is because she also works in a nursing home.
Oh,
I don't work in a nursing home.
I work in an assisted living.
I work in
an assisted living.
I work in.
Oh my God! Is he my? Wait, are we twins?
We are twins.
You know, I automatically, as soon as somebody says nursing home, I'm like, no.
That's exactly why I said it because I wanted that reaction.
I don't work in a nursing. It's an assisted.
Which place you work in?
I work at Amber Court.
Oh wow, you must know. I know some people at Amber Court. Sandy. I work at the Regency. Like,
oh yeah. Okay, yeah, but I'm all the way out in Smithtown now. So.
Oh no, she worked at the one in Westbury.
Yeah, I started there, and then I
Auburn's Amber Court over here.
Yeah,
that's cool. What do you do there?
I'm a recreation director.
Nice.
So I'm like the person that's like, you better stop it, Linda.
It's a tough job. I mean,
but no,
we got a great recreation director now, but you know, we go through a lot of them. The people, it's a very grueling job. I mean, there's a lot you got to plan your calendar, and you got to do all these events, and you got to go on trips and stuff. So a lot of work. I give you a lot of credit.
Most people don't even see that. They're like, oh, you just play bingo all day.
Oh no, I see it.
Do you have trips?
Yeah, I have a trip tomorrow.
Nancy and I want to go on one.
Oh, you totally could come on one of our trips. Like, I mean, tomorrow's boring. We're just going to Walmart. I love. Hold on, but let me tell you, when you go to Walmart with old people, it's the best because you can never overshop with them because they're gonna always be like, no, but I need this, and I'm like, I need this too, Mabel. So
you're shopping too.
Of course. I got this dress when we went to Walmart like three times ago. So yeah,
that's a nice dress.
Isn't it so Walmart. Nice for Walmart? Like this is not for them, like because you guys need to give them a sponsorship, but like stepping it up on 1,000. We see you and we appreciate it. That's all I'm saying.
I go there
Yeah.
for,
There you go.
believe it or not, I was thinking I want to go there to get, I need new underwear and socks.
Well, we would
And
to tell you that you
that
need
was-
new underwear. For Bobby had no clothespin in the back, you know. Nancy didn't want me to wear the mask, but we were talking. Mezzy and I have been talking
Yeah,
about
we
that.
talked
We
about
had a
it.
little stench.
There
And so
goes
you-
that
Is that why
freaking laugh.
Nancy has you sleeping in the garage at night?
So wait, you do
Hey,
food service?
it
I
keeps
know
it-
food service director,
Keeps
yeah.
the
Oh,
keeps the critters away.
We just did a trip up my recreation. We did a trip to the Met game, and I said, we would you know, we do our stand up meeting. We were just clapping for us, and how you took 20 residents to a Met game.
oh my gosh!
Yeah.
See that's too much. Thank God I'm in Smithtown, so it's like
Yeah.
they would literally pass out being in a in a
It's
car that
tough.
long.
Now Sister Living got different. Like I said, it's like 85, 90 and over. Years ago when Sister Living first started out, it was like 65 and over.
It still
and-
is,
Well, it is, but
but it's the people that show up.
yeah.
Because you know why at 65, grandma is still in the damn dance floor, busting it open, popping it, open it.
Well, now they have a lot of facilities where
It's true.
a lot of
Hey,
facilities.
I'm 68.
Well, the baby boomers
Wow,
now.
see?
The baby
That's what-
boomers, they're in
Hey,
assisted
I'm
living now.
72.
Girl, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know they say black don't crack, but white they don't crack either. Clearly, they don't crack either. I love it.
All
I love
right.
it.
No, she looks.
I got a
great
big
for
crack.
70.
Yeah.
Look at Benny. He don't crack. He just smokes crack.
So-
Oh,
no, only the good stuff, Benny. I know.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll take care of you after the show.
I was driving it and I was like, man, I hope Benny remembers. It's all good. He
And
gets
what
it.
did I say?
Don't let me forget. I got to bring something to Messi. I'm
Woo! That is why I love being.
I
Listen,
know.
besides the
I
fact
know.
that I love that,
I'm
like,
He'll be on 10
I'm-
shows by
I'm your
about 3
Uncle
more weeks.
Benny.
right,
I'm your
Uncle Ben. Well, it'd be Uncle Benny because Uncle Ben is a black guy, but it's okay. You're Uncle Benny.
I'm Sicilian.
Oh,
I'm
so-
white chocolate.
Yeah, maybe you got some. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
If
Sicilian.
I squint this way, you kind of look like Uncle Ben.
Sicilians are all black. I'm not black, but Sicilians are black.
Oh
Hey.
yeah, there's definitely They definitely have.
Anyone who, Italians, you tell someone you're Sicilian and you're black. I'm
Oh,
black.
right
yeah,
at
they're
the
like-
bottom of the
yeah.
boot.
He's like, you're a mulatto.
It's next to Africa.
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
it is by Africa.
Listen, I was used to, my ancestors swam with her ancestors.
I don't know
You
if
probably would
my
too.
answer. I'm black. We don't swim, so I don't know if we.
Or ice skate.
Wait, actually, we do ice skate. My friend actually has a nonprofit. Unity Ice. It's in California, but they do. I don't ice skate though.
But you don't swim.
Hell no.
I
First of
don't
all,
swim
I would
either.
never
I don't
wet my
swim either.
hair.
And then- well, we have
I would never-
gondolas. You probably helped us build the gondolas.
Yeah, probably by
Yeah.
force, not because we wanted.
That
to.
was
Yeah.
invented.
No, no, no.
I didn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be anywhere by water. Do you see my hair? You nuts? Hell no. No,
Oh, she's great.
not happening.
Well, Italians and black are very similar.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about color, but personalities and stuff like that.
And
Very
food.
similar.
Oh, yeah.
Very
And
similar.
listen, cooking wise,
Yeah.
best food is
Italian.
Italian and African American.
Yeah. And every time I get
Well-
upset, my boyfriend always says I sound like an old Italian man, you know, because I'm like, so I guess we're one and the same.
Well, it's
Yeah.
a name, Mezzy.
That's hilarious. Mezzy, and a lot of people are like at my job because I need the food service director. So you and recreation are probably like,
We have to be.
yeah.
You have to be. If you're not close with your recreation, if you don't have a close recreation director, all the functions you do are not going to be.
It's nothing.
You have to coordinate with the recreation director with everything. If you have a good relationship with the recreation director and the recreation director has a good relationship with the chef, you have no problem.
Forget it. Yeah, I know. So I'm lucky in that way. That's why I was just like, we gotta. It's like a
Well,
So
system.
I
you're
know
close
your
with
boss.
your
I know
my
your
recreation,
boss.
my
food.
food director. Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Who's
They
the
have no
food- who's the
choice.
food
Do they
director
give you
over
good
there?
food?
Yeah,
give you
they
stuff
better.
on it?
Yeah, they have no. See, that's the thing. Somebody walked in the other day. They're like, "Wow, Mezzy, I guess some people get special treatment." I'm like, "Listen, I do, and I'm not mad about it. Okay, I do. I walk in there and I'm like, feed me. I'm skinny. Do you see these wrists? I got low blood sugar.
How long you been there?
I've been with Amber Court for 8 years. I've been in my position
nice.
for almost 4.
Nice.
So yeah. How about you?
20 years.
Jesus. All right. Well,
Going on
that was-
21.
I didn't think that. I
21,
didn't think we were 21. Wow. It's amazing.
And your
It's-
boss? I forgot her name.
My boss. Which
Well,
one?
That you work with.
Oh, okay. So she's not my.
Motorcycle.
It's so funny because She actually, so Ginger, because I'm gonna just say,
Yeah,
she's
Ginger.
not my boss
Ginger.
anymore. She was my boss, and then we became coworkers because now I'm also a director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'cause Ginger's been there for a long time.
She's been there for 23 years, 24
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned from the best.
Yeah.
I
she
really learned from the
is-
best. She's truly.
Ginger
Honey Arbors
is
has one in
amazing.
Islandia too, right?
Do we know? We don't have one. We just bought one in
What is that one
Lakeshore.
in Islandia?
On
That might be the
Betts Highway.
Arbors.
Oh,
It
the
is
Arbors. Yeah, you're able
yeah.
to call it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Arbors,
it's
yeah,
okay.
Arbors,
But yeah, she's.
You know,
not
we
as
should
good
be
as-
writing these names down because we may
Oh,
need
no,
to-
No, just come where I
I
am.
already told Ginger she's got to put me on that list. I'm on a waiting list. As soon as someone dies, I'm going right in.
Then I'm gonna go into where Pat is.
You have to wait.
We'll-
That's
I'll
the thing
visit
with,
you once in a
the
while.
things with these places is that you just can't get into these good places because there's places that are not, but these places are really good. You got to get on a list, and you got to wait till somebody drops dead before you can get in it.
Well, she's not lying.
People are
No,
dying.
I know, because
But
I had to
Ginger's
do
at the
with my
Westbury
mom.
location. I'm at the Smithtown location. So you can just put out two
Oh, she's in
applications.
Westbury.
Yeah, we don't. And it's so funny because her mom recently passed, and I was at her repast, and somebody came up to me. Her cousin was like, "Listen, I know you don't know me, but I know you so well. Ginger posts you all the time." I'm like, "I know." He's like, "You were her former assistant." I'm like, "We don't have to go to the whole spiel. It's okay. Like, I get it." But yeah, so
And Lisa Polizzi also sings.
yeah, she sings at my
She's-
place. She sings there, and then like also I
You
help
know
her.
Lisa,
You
right?
should get Lisa to go to your place.
She hasn't sang by us, but I did work with Lisa somewhere, didn't I? That name looks familiar.
Yeah.
No, you
It
have
looks
to
familiar.
know
Sounds
her.
familiar.
She's
It looks-
awesome. She's really,
I'll hook you up.
and I bet you they have a way better version than I'm recording. So make sure you get her in there.
I'll
Nancy-
hook you up. I'm
Nancy
good
will take
friends with
care
her.
of you.
Yeah, I'll hook you up.
She'll hook you
But I
up.
think I worked with Lisa somewhere.
And her
So-
I don't know if I did with Larry Lombardi or something. I think we had her
probably.
we had her somewhere where she sang first, and then we did comedy, or it was vice versa, or something. Yeah.
Have you ever done
Yeah.
comedy for your residents?
Yes, a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a show?
I go out there all the time, and I talk to the residents all the time like this. I mean, they're terrific people. We love the residents there. We love the old people. I love the old people.
My residents would die for
I
that.
don't love Sleepy Joe that much, but I love the old people. I really do love them. Nancy, I mean, I'm sure you're a terrific director. I mean, you look terrific. I mean,
Thank you.
beautiful woman.
Wow. Thank you. You know, she's got good eyes.
I mean, Benny been talking about you all week. I mean, it's terrific. But yes, I do joke with the residents.
I love. You know, it's so fun.
And- He does a Don Corleone too. You got to do that before the end of the show.
Listen, Muzzy, I mean, it's a terrific place. I mean, drugs is a serious business. Whatever you get involved with on Benny Gagootz, I mean, my voice is not as good as it used to because I got a little Donald Trump in the middle of it. I mean, I really got it mixed up together. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I think I'm ready for assisted living. You have me in the memory care. I got to get in there.
I have to tell a story. First, I have to tell us, I'm sorry. There was this open mic, the Belmore Bean, and Les Deegan used to run it.
Oh, I
And
love
I go
Les.
there.
I love Les.
He'll be on
I went
next
there,
show.
and when we started doing the Gagootz show 10 years ago, a lot of comics were watching it because no one was really doing a
Right,
show like
right,
that
right.
with comedians.
That's
So,
how I met you.
so I met him at the Belmore Bean. He said hi to me. He had watched the Gagootz show. He goes up and he starts doing the Godfather.
Let me tell you how I did it. Wait a minute. I don't want to cut you up, but there's a real
Yeah, no,
there's a
it's
reason why I did it. Benny has a bit that he does about the Sicilian parade. I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's about wise guys that get pinched and they go on and they put covering their faces. So he does this
I
thing.
put
So
a
I said,
jacket over my
I
head.
said, Benny, I don't know who you think you are making fun of all these Italians. But then I said, I don't even remember what I was saying. But I said, Benny. And then I started talking whatever I was doing. He went nuts. He was laughing. And he invited me on the show the next week, and I went on the show.
I went on. I went
There you
up
go.
after him. I followed him, and I said, "Anybody who wants to get on the Gagootz show, you gotta be like Pat Malone."
Right.
I said,
And I bet you nobody
had
else-
just met him. I had
Yeah.
just met him. that
That's
day.
funny, and I bet you no one else that night was even close to you at all.
It was fun.
That's like when I was saying that my residents always, they ask me, they're like, "Oh, could you do a show for me? Can you do a show for us?" I'm like, first of all, you're getting freaking show right now. I give you my premium jokes every day. Like, are you? And then I did a nursing home for the first time for an hour, which was like insane. But last minute, I thought to myself, I did karaoke with it. It was really actually.
Now, did you have to be squeaky clean?
I am usually pretty. I'm not usually. I was gonna lie. I was gonna lie just now. I was gonna lie. I don't like lying.
No, there's a
It seems
reason
like
why
a
I'm
good
asking
guy.
you this. The reason why I asked you. So, like, Benny knows my act, and and Nancy knows my act. So, but I don't curse in my act, but I have sexual innuendos in there. And like a place like Samantha's and stuff wouldn't let me do that because they're really squeaky clean. But when I work with the seniors, I do all those things, and
They love it.
It's not bad because they're just like we did. They
were having sex before you were alive.
They did more than we did. And I try to tell people like when you tell the regular jokes, once you start telling the dirties, they go.
They
nuts.
love it. They do love it.
Yeah.
But it's not vulgar where we're talking about things. But no. And a lot of places, one reason why I ask you, a lot of assisted living and nurses, they don't want you to do any of that stuff.
Oh, I'm not. I hired Les Deegan. He comes in and he does music for us.
Yeah.
And he did a 30-minute. He did half 30-minute jokes and then 30 minutes
Right.
of stand. And I'll tell you, my residents were on the floor.
He's
did not.
wonderful.
I was like, go and do whatever you want. I mean, maybe don't drop an F-bomb because like I don't want my boss to walk by like, what the hell is going on in there?
Yeah, Les
Les.
don't. Yeah, he does curse sometimes
Does
when
he?
we do.
Yeah,
some
he
show-
does. I did a show with him.
We do some
We did a
shows.
Les in that show.
It's so funny because Les is like, he never cursed, and all of a sudden he'll throw up that curse, and then we'll go, Les, and then we start laughing, but it's funny because you don't expect it.
Right.
I've done a lot of shows with Les, and when he talks about smoking, he used to smoke pot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It freaks me. I'm like, no, because I think he's older than me, but we're like the same. I'm like, Grandpa, Les, my uncle Les was smoking weed, but then I realized that he was telling the truth because because he lit a joint at a Frank's.
He's going to be on the show next show.
He lit a joint at a Frank Sinatra concert and got thrown out of the Coliseum.
Oh, now we can't.
Les.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, you got to ask him that story.
Les-
That's
no,
important
no,
to know. You can't just and I learned that the hard way. You really can't just light a joint at any concert. It's very.
You used to be
disturbing,
able
truly.
to, but no.
Les.
But now I think you can't. I don't know because when I did it was years ago. But now it's like it's legal. It's like a cigarette.
It's legal in New York now. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't even smoke cigarettes in the place. So that's the problem.
Yeah, but cigarettes secondhand.
Okay,
smoke.
City Field. I saw Dead and Company, which is remaining
Right.
members of the Grateful Dead
Yeah.
and John Mayer. I went 4 times at City Field. Once the music starts, we're smoking everywhere.
Oh,
I'm sure a concert they let it get away, but when you go to a baseball game,
Oh,
you can. I mean, Shea Stadium when they stop smoking, you had an area on the outside where you
and City
smoke.
Field has an area.
Right.
They have
I
an
think it's
area-
when it's
yeah.
any type of concert that has like actual kids or like any type of thing that
Right.
kids are there. Like the parents take it way more serious. So obviously
You
smoking.
can't
not as
smoke
fun.
it like Jones Beach.
Well, you don't have to go to
I would
City
never wanna
Field to
smoke in the
smoke
sun.
pot. You just go drive the Long Island Expressway. You get high driving. I get high driving home from work at night. You kidding me?
Literally.
Everybody's smoking now.
Everybody smokes now. It's like not even cool to do.
I
it.
wouldn't even try to smoke because I haven't smoked cigarettes in 20 years.
Oh
I-
wow,
Yeah, very
that's
I-
a great thing.
24 years. I haven't smoked. I used to smoke 3 packs a day. So if I was still smoking, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah, me
Wow.
Yeah.
too. Me too.
And Nancy smoked.
I smoked for 40 years, and it's about, I guess, 15 years. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been smoking my whole life, and I haven't smoked in 20 hours. So like
What, cigarettes?
Right.
no,
We're talking
a
cigarettes.
joint.
Oh, joint.
Oh,
No,
I'm
we're
talking
talking.
cigarettes.
Oh,
Cigarettes.
obviously.
They're talking.
Sorry.
Yeah, he didn't
Sorry,
smoke
yeah,
3
we're talking-
packs of.
So
Could
if
you
I-
imagine?
So,
You'd be
so
high
for
as hell.
25, so for 25, so 25, I got a funny story about that, but you got too much time. But years ago, I had a guy who worked in a restaurant, and he had this grass seed bag of pot, So I was like 17, 18. So I never really smoked it. So he says, he gave it to me. So I take these things and I'm rolling these joints up and I put in a cigarette butt. I go to a party. I got 3 joints hanging out of my mouth. And my friends go, Ron, what are you doing? I said, nothing. He said, what smoke? You smoke? I said, yeah. I got 3 joints hanging in my mouth. We get in the car and we're driving. I shouldn't be telling this story, but it's years where I can't get
Yeah,
in
you can't get
We're in
arrested.
the car. My friends go, give me a hit. I said, what hit? I gave everybody a call. We had 5 guys. I had a 68 Nova in the car. Cold night, windows up.
Oh,
And we're
my
all smoking a joint. We're
God.
going to the other party. This guy, Ronnie, I used to call him Ronnie Mozzarella. We're going to Ronnie's house. We drive there. We open the door. It was like worse than Cheech and Chong. We opened the doors. We opened the doors. It looked like we were on fire. They said, your car engine on fire? I said, no. We were stoned out of my mind. I said, how the hell did I even get here?
Oh my god,
So we made our grand entrance into the party.
that's a good story. You could definitely tell that story.
Yeah, that's a great
That's a good
story.
story.
That must
But
have
yeah,
been hilarious.
I still
Oh, my
smoke cigarettes,
God. Yeah.
but
I
no,
mean, you
I
still
gotta
smoke
tell you,
cigarettes and she does it.
and she
Yeah.
doesn't. She quit. But I don't smoke in the house. I
How
smoke
many years have you been smoking cigarettes?
more years than I
Since
want
he's
to remember. I was actually, because my parents couldn't afford a pacifier, so my uncle would just put a cigarette in my mouth. They didn't like.
That can't be real.
You know how he got the name Gagootz? Before that, he used to put a Gagootz in his mouth.
Hey, that's a different show, buddy. That's a different show. All right. Whoa. No, but like we got it. Like let's. Yeah, he showed me his Gagootz at the first show. That's why I'm like, I'm like, if he's sucking on a Gagootz, that's a different kind of program. Is what I'm trying to
There's
say.
a Dean Martin video with Don DeLuise when Don DeLuise is pounding his Gagootz. He said, "You ever pound your Gagootz?" He says, "I pound my Gagootz all the time." And that was on TV.
I'll tell you.
Yes, I actually remember that.
When I walk around with a Gagootz out in the street in the summertime, you should see the looks. I actually have an electric fence around my garden to keep college girls
Well, he has an old
away.
Gagootz. So.
Not the college girls. Yeah. I've heard that I heard they fancy Gagootz. Like for real, that's a college girl.
He has an old Gagootz. I mean,
it's been around.
his Gagootz is licensed.
Oh my God.
I have a license to Gagootz.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen his
James
Gagootz.
The Adventures of
Pretty much.
the Adventures of James Mamaluke. He has a license to Gagootz.
That might be your tagline.
See the way you spell it, Gagootz. The real thing is Gagootz. Gagootz.
Yeah, Gagootz.
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 Yeah, Gagootz.
The way
Yes,
it's
it's
the
you,
real. It's not
C's.
spelt like
No, it's
this.
Gagootz. It says C-A-C-C-U-U-C-I.
I swear they're speaking
C-U-U-C-I.
I could swear this is English.
C-U-C-I.
This is English, I swear. I promise.
And also, you could have
Right?
an
I'm like,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like Gagootz, and no, it's a Gagootz. I'm like, oh, okay.
Gagootz.
This is,
Yeah,
we just-
Gagootz.
Okay, it's like Little Italy.
It's-
But
Yeah.
when you cook, you can make nice dishes with Gagootz.
Oh, he does a great
like-
vegetable dish. With
Yeah.
Gagootz.
I
The way you
make
be
a-
waving that
Makes a
Gagootz
stew.
around, you better know how to chop that thing up and make a damn.
I
dish.
like
Oh
the
my
Gagootz.
God,
I like
I
the
love
Gagootz.
it. I actually-
grill my Gagootz.
Listen, Pat has some great videos, just so you know, that how to make the Sunday sauce and stuff. Alfredo
On
Gagootz.
YouTube.
Go on YouTube. Look up Alfredo Gagootz. Shows you how to cook you Gagootz.
Yeah.
A
And
cookie
it-
you Gagootz.
Cook
Yeah.
you Gagootz,
I love
and
that.
you clean the Gagootz to make sure there's no STDs under the
Oh,
Gagootz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got STDs on the Gagootz.
Yeah.
I thought they were STD free.
No, he
What the-
teaches you how to stuff the lentils too.
Ah,
Bill's one of the only
yeah,
guys.
We always wanted to make a cooking video together. We just never did.
That's see, they never say never.
Exactly.
I want to do it.
But
Yeah.
definitely, folks, go on to Pat Marone's YouTube.
Gagootz. Go on to my
Yeah.
Go
Gagootz.
on to his Gagootz. He does have recipes on there, but you do. I follow some of your recipes. I've been doing it for years.
And what was the show you were on, which was a contest you had to buy?
Oh, Food Network, supermarket stakeout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was on that, and the shame of it is too. Like a week before, I came down with Bell's palsy.
Oh, wow.
So when I'm on the show, I really didn't like the way I looked on there. So I look like Mary Jo Buttafuoco, and I was talking out of the fry like this. I can't lift my mouth up, and
That's
but,
what that
yeah.
was. I was wondering.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were
Supermarket
sucking on a
Stakeout.
Gagootz.
Yeah, well, that's what happens
The
when you
invisible
suck on a
Gagootz.
Gagootz too long. You get the lockjaw. You get Bell's palsy from sucking on a
Right.
Gagootz. But Alex Gonishelli was on. She's the host. He was great, and we had Christian Petroni from the Bronx. He was one of the judge, and what the hell's the other name? Why can't I think of people's names? I'm getting like
I suck at names. I'm like maybe my
He was the ex-football player. I forgot his name, but they were really nice. It was really we were treated like celebrities in there. I mean, it was so cool.
It was a fun show.
Yeah.
And you really should have won. You lost on the dessert.
I'll tell you what, it's tough. So when I went out there, I was having I should have drank more water, but I didn't want to, at my age, you got to pee every morning when you drink water. So I'm trying to stay there, but I didn't realize I'm in Arizona in the desert. So I'm getting, a little cramps and everything. And I make it past the first round, and I'm sitting there saying, oh, this is crazy. I said, first I said, you know what, if they cut me, I don't care. But I said, wait a minute, I made it here. I don't want to get cut. I want to make it to the last part of the show. So I kept persevering and I made it. But yeah, it could go either way. The girl that won the show, she's a great kid.
Do you get fed for I always think about that, the cooking shows. Do they actually feed you guys? Are you going long periods of hours actually making food and not eating anything?
They gave us a money food allowance that you can go into the place and order stuff. And then when we're in the hotel that they put us up on, we had food there. We had at the restaurant. So it was
But the
good.
shooting time, because it's 8 hours.
Shooting time, you eat before you go downstairs. You have breakfast in the hotel. They pick you up in the car and they take you there. And
This guy is a royalty over
when you
there.
went the funny
He's a
part,
freaking
funny-
fancy guy.
I'll give you a funnier part. You know me with Facebook. I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
I always
want-
post things. So I didn't realize I signed the NBA, NDA, whatever the thing is, that you're not supposed to post anything for the show. So I'm in the car with all the people, the producers and stuff, and we're driving in the van. So she's saying, don't post anything. I said, you mean you can't post anything? I just posted something. She goes, oh, because I was joking, making fun of it. She goes, oh, get out of here, Pat. You didn't do that. I said, yeah, I did. She goes, well, you better delete it. I'm over there. I said, I'm posting myself on the airplane. Oh my God. So I had to delete everything. I'm on the way to the shoot. On the way to shoot, I'm deleting everything because I could have got sued for posting everything.
Oh, wow.
But you can post it after, when can you post it?
When it airs on TV.
When it airs after.
Well, they give you time to post, to promote it. And like me, I can't keep it. I bottled up. I wanted to tell everybody I was on the show and everything.
Oh, that
yeah. My girlfriend.
Can you imagine Nancy with that?
Oh, forget it.
They would have lost their house.
My girlfriend.
You better believe it. I better believe
My
it.
girlfriend was on Let's Make a Deal, and she won a car. And so she calls me. She's like, I want a car because she needed a car. She moved to California. I was like, girl, we up. I'm coming out there. We have a car now. Yeah, they didn't tell you on the fine print, you have to wait 7 months because it doesn't air a month later. It airs 7 months later. By that time, she didn't even need the damn car.
Yeah, you can't say anything. So I don't
get the car right away. You don't get the car.
No, you don't even that money that the girl won. She had to wait until we had it on TV.
Yeah,
you don't get it. And then now I notice with all these contracts now, if I had something else I had to do, I signed for some other comedy thing. I had a lawyer look it over before I sign it now because I'm not, it's crazy. You can get really sued. This Asian kid on the show was telling me, he said, Pat, make sure you don't have nothing on there. They don't care if you're broke, you don't have nothing. They will they will bury you.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You really do. So I learned a big lesson there. Even I had everybody laughing about it. I had to delete the thing, but you can really, you got to be careful even when movie shoots. If you have a movie coming out, you're not allowed to. Because I signed some movie I did in Brooklyn with these guys. I can't say name. And he told me when I signed the thing, he said, you can't even talk about it. Don't show no pictures and that. So everything's secret.
Yeah, I can't. I was in a movie. I got a movie coming out.
Oh, right now. Look at him. He's a celebrity.
There you go. You're losing your house now, Nick.
That's all I'm allowed to say, really.
That's all I'm allowed to say right now. But Nancy, what do you have coming up? Where are you going to be performing?
I'm going to be at Quorum, and I'm going to be in Quorum in 2 weeks. I should have probably had this all laid out. I mean, all my shows are on mezinyamental.com, MEZINYAMENTAL, because I'm mental. But I just want to say this because I do want to come back towards the end of the summer because I just signed on the dotted lines that I'm going to be doing my first theater show.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
That's
all right.
Listen,
I'm really excited.
If you can video some of your rehearsals or whatever, you come on the show and we'll show that during the show.
Yeah, I got you.
What did you say?
She'll get sued too.
Right. He wants everybody to get sued.
That's fun theater work. That's great.
No, but not because I not like actress, but doing stand up.
Yeah, stand up
yeah.
in the theater.
Yeah,
that's even better.
I know.
I love performing stand up in the theater.
I
did the honeymooners.
Yeah,
that's
we
like
got 1
ruined.
minute.
What do you have coming up?
1 minute.
Anything?
I have coming up I just ate an hour. It's
I
got a show coming up at this week. I think they're private show, the senior things. I got one in Ridge. I got one in East Meadow, but I got one that everybody I think could come to at Domenico's in Levittown restaurant. It's on July 12th, but you can find everything on patmarone.com. You can go to my social media if I don't post it on there, And
I have a show in Brooklyn tomorrow. If anybody's
in Brooklyn tomorrow,
yeah,
in Brooklyn.
You know what?
Brooklyn's like a whole nother country, so it's like, are you?
Really if you've never seen these two people, you really should go. They're both
Go to my Facebook page. I'll have it all posted.
Literally, she already posted me. It's fine.
Yeah, where they're going to be performing.
After midnight, she's going to show my Gagootz on.
I will. I also just want to say,
I even say Gagootz in my act.
Before we go off the air, I just wanted to say that I spoke with this wonderful guy. He's a comedian that everybody knows, Bobby Collins, and he's going to be on our show. It'll be a closed set, and I'll keep everybody posted when that's going to happen. And
remember what you said about don't tell anybody.
Well, this she has to promote this. Come on, Benny, get with the program.
This is Bobby's new Bobby Collins' new book, On the Outside, because he used to say on the inside, when
he's got one on the outside and on the inside.
And this is on the outside. Very funny man.
Yeah.
But two very funny people. I want
Thank
to thank you both
Right
for being on the
here.
show.
Thank
And being
you so
interviewed by
much.
two very amazing people. Well, you
Well,
guys are funny too.
next week, everybody, I'll be taking over the show, so don't worry about it. Just be me and Nancy.
Wait,
next
do
week.
the accent as we go out. Do the accent as we go out.
Next week, it's going to be me and Nancy, okay? Not Nancy Pelosi. It's going to be Nancy Rizzuti, the big Gagootz. All right, everybody. Take care.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for
We have
watching.
17
Stay
seconds.
tuned. Next show is see you next Tuesday.
Ooh.
A lot of fun.
Yep. Next show is right over there.
Oh, I thought you were calling.